When Lee Miho visited Song Hye Kyo, the unexpected encounter that shook Korean entertainment. In the fast-paced, always surprising world of Korean celebrity culture, there are moments that simply transcend the noise. Moments that pause time, captivate the internet, and launch 1,000 theories. On an otherwise ordinary day, one such moment occurred, and the entire K-drama world has not been the same since. It all started when Lee Miho, one of Korea's most beloved actors, touched down in Seoul after a brief yet much-hyped trip to Tokyo. Fans and paparazzi gathered at Incheon Airport, expecting the usual, a quick wave, a guarded smile, and perhaps a few rushed questions. What they didn't expect was what followed. Instead of heading home or to a private schedule, Lee Miho went straight to the residence of none other than Song Hye Kyo. Yes, that Song Hye Kyo, the queen of elegance, the face of countless timeless K-dramas, and a woman whose private life is more tightly guarded than a palace treasure. What unfolded next has become the most talked-about celebrity moment in recent memory, launching 1,000 rumors, endless analysis, and a media frenzy that shows no sign of slowing down. A visit that broke the internet. Within hours of his arrival, Lee Miho was spotted outside Song Hye Kyo's home, dressed casually yet unmistakably dashing, carrying a small, seemingly thoughtful bag. It wasn't long before a short, blurry video clip surfaced online, allegedly recorded by a curious neighbor or fan. The footage showed Lee Miho at the gate, waiting. Moments later, Song Hye Kyo appeared. What she did next sent shockwaves across social media. She raised her hand to her face, covering her eyes. A gesture so simple, yet packed with emotion. Was she shielding herself from the camera flashes? Was it surprise, joy, or something deeper? Perhaps the kind of reaction one has when confronted by a memory that never truly faded? That image of her, hand over her eyes, stood still for only seconds, but it echoed across fan communities like a thunderclap. Some fans speculated she was overwhelmed, caught off guard by his sudden presence. Others insisted it was a sign of tears or a struggle to contain emotion. It was like watching a real K-drama, one netizen wrote, except this time, it wasn't scripted. Theories take over the internet. The internet lit up immediately. Trending hashtags like hashtag Lee Miho Song Hye Kyo, hashtag The Visit, and hashtag K-drama in real life flooded platforms across Korea and beyond. International fans jumped in too, creating fan art, imagined movie posters, and romantic TikTok edits synchronized to melancholic ballads and heartfelt OSTs. A popular fan theory suggested that this wasn't a one-off visit, but part of a larger story that's been unfolding quietly. After all, earlier in the year, both stars were seen at the same private art exhibit in Seoul, although they arrived and left separately. And more recently, Lee Miho posted a photo of cherry blossoms eerily similar to one Song Hye Kyo had shared just days before. Were these hints? Breadcrumbs? Coincidence? The bag, the gift, and the sunset. One particularly tantalizing detail from the visit was the small bag Lee Miho carried. Witnesses close to the scene say it appeared to contain a wrapped gift box. A souvenir from Tokyo, perhaps? If so, it adds a more personal, intimate layer to the encounter. Was it a casual gift between friends? Or something more meaningful, an item chosen with care and intention, signaling a deeper connection? Adding further intrigue, fans noticed that Song Hye Kyo had gone unusually silent on social media. Known for her regular fashion posts and campaign updates, she hadn't posted anything since the day before the visit. Her last story? A photo of a dramatic sunset with the caption, "Some moments are too big for words." To fans, this wasn't a coincidence, it was a sign. A poetic, subtle nod to something significant happening behind the scenes. They've always been in the same orbit. For years, Lee Miho and Song Hye Kyo have lived parallel lives in the same elite circles of Korean entertainment. They've attended the same award shows, shared brand endorsements, and appeared in international fashion events. Yet, there was never any public indication of a personal relationship. That is, until now. Suddenly, the past is being re-examined. A 2016 interview clip resurfaced in which Lee Miho, when asked about his ideal type, answered, "Someone elegant, strong but emotional. Someone like Song Hye Kyo." At the time, the crowd laughed. It was chalked up to charm. But in the light of recent events, that comment has taken on new meaning. As one viral tweet put it, if Lee Miho's life were a drama, this would be the plot twist, the one woman no one expected, but now everyone sees as the perfect match. Romance or work, or both? While fans continue to romanticize the visit, some industry insiders have tried to inject a note of realism. According to anonymous sources, Song Hye Kyo is in talks to star in a new drama produced by a company Lee Min-ho has ties with. Could the visit have been professional? Possibly. But many fans aren't convinced. After all, would a simple business meeting include a surprise visit, a gift from Tokyo, and such a visibly emotional reaction? One poetic fan put it this way: she covered her eyes because she wasn't ready for the feelings that rushed in when she saw him again. That's not business. That's heartbreak. That's love. Silence that speaks volumes. One of the most striking aspects of the whole event is how both stars have responded, or more accurately, how they haven't. Neither Lee Min-ho nor Song Hye Kyo has made any public statement. No confirmation. No denial. No dismissive PR spin. And that, perhaps, is what's driving the speculation even further. In an industry where relationships are often immediately addressed, staged, or flatly denied, this silence feels deliberate. It creates space for public imagination to flourish. And flourish it has. Brands already on the move. While the two stars remain tight-lipped, brands have been anything but quiet. Several fashion and luxury brands are reportedly preparing campaigns featuring both stars, eager to capitalize on the buzz. If Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were to appear in a joint campaign, or better yet, a new drama, it would likely be one of the biggest entertainment events in recent memory. A divided fanbase. As with any major celebrity story, the public reaction has been mixed. While many fans are overjoyed by the possibility of a romantic connection, others are more cautious. Concerns about media pressure, privacy invasion, and public expectations have led to a counter-trend. #LetThemBreathe. Still, even among the more protective fans, there is a common thread, a deep emotional investment in the moment they witnessed. Because whether it's love, nostalgia, or something else entirely, it was real. It was human. And it felt like something out of a scene we've all watched on screen but never expected to see in real life. What happens now? No one knows what comes next. Will Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo confirm a relationship? Will they work together in a future project? Or will this all fade into the realm of urban legend, another tantalizing what if in the annals of Korean pop culture? Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain. For a brief moment, two of Korea's brightest stars collided in a way that was unscripted, raw, and unforgettable. It reminded fans why they fell in love with K-dramas in the first place, not just for the stories, but for the emotion, the tension, and the magic of connection. As the sun sets on this whirlwind chapter and speculation continues to swirl, fans will hold on to that image: a man with a gift, a woman shielding her face, and the infinite possibilities that exist in the space between.